Hey, I thought I'd do like a continuation of the video I did about the Pentax aps-c flagship camera announcement the other day. Uh, I've been reading some comments and thoughts from other people, and I think I brought this up maybe a little while ago because I've done several videos about this. When the KP was announced, I don't know where I got this information, but if I went back and I watched that video, uh, Pentax, I don't know where I got the information, but they said they were going to release a new camera predecessor to the K3 Mark II within 6 months, and what was that, 2017 or something like that. So we've been waiting a long time for this camera, and so everybody's really anxious to see what it is. I mean, it's been a while since they've put out another camera. So and I think I talked about this before. The KP, when it came out, the reason I didn't get it is the price on it. Typically, the prices are lower than the Canon and Nikon, but it was right there in the mix. They raised their kind of price that they released it at. So even though it had a ton of features in it, I'd already had the Pentax K70, so there wasn't really they're so similar in cameras, there was no reason for me to actually get that camera, spend the extra money on that. That being said, this new aps-c, they hadn't really said a lot about it, but it does look like there's not a flip out screen, which I really enjoy about the Pentax K70. So if it's priced like at the KP level of $1,100-$1,200, you can actually buy a used Pentax K1 for around that price. So I mean, it's like I can get a full frame camera for the same price that this aps-c camera flagship's coming out. So there better be something in there to wow me that would make me want to buy that camera. So that I thought about that a few months back, and with the announcement of the 21 millimeter limited lens for full frame cameras, I was like, wow, I think I might go that route, considering that they didn't give it doesn't look like it has a flip out screen, and they haven't made or kind of said anything about anything cool being about it that really makes it stand out. But we'll see when it comes out. But I used to I went to Cades Cove the other day, and when I hike, a lot of times I don't really like to bring a big huge backpack. I don't like to carry a lot of lenses. So one thing I used to do back in my Canon days is I had a full frame Canon 5D Mark III, I believe it was, and then I had my crop sensor camera. So I had two cameras that I brought around with me. They each had a lens on them, and then I just had some water in like a fanny pack. Yep, a fanny pack. But the thing that's cool about that is you have your full frame, and I had a wide angle lens on there for my landscape, and then I had my crop sensor camera that had a 400 millimeter prime on it, and it was just a fantastic setup because I could shoot the wildlife with the crop sensor camera and get that crop sensor a little bit longer there, and then I'd have this awesome full frame camera for doing landscapes that would get all that detail really well. So when I went out to Cades Cove the other day, I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, I kind of liked having two cameras instead of a backpack, just with one lens on each of them. No extra lenses, just walk around like that. Not a lot of weight to it. So it made me think, I kind of miss the K1. So we'll see what this flagship thing comes out, what it is. But that just them announcing that 21 millimeter really made me really think about getting a K1 again. And when I had the K1, my favorite lens on it was actually the Sigma 20 millimeter f1.8. So it's 21 millimeter. So this is kind of that that limited series lenses. If you have a limited series lens before, you know how just awesome they are. So that makes me want to buy a full frame camera just from them releasing that one lens there. So yeah, we'll see what this the new flagship camera comes out, and I'll let you know. I'm sure we'll have more information, hopefully, within the next couple of months before they release it. And yeah, comments on that? Are you like kind of leaning towards, if you don't have a K-1 and you were kind of waiting for the new flagship to see if you're going to get it? Are you thinking maybe the same thing? Maybe I'll just go ahead and get a K-1, used K-1 for $1,000 to $1,200, and pass on this flagship. What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you hadn't. Thanks.